All right. First of all, welcome to Hadrian Sector. The galaxy in this far future, different future, who knows what it is. But it is a galaxy divided into these vast sectors that are controlled by mega corporations and vast empires. You are in the Southern Galactic Arm, in a place known as the Hegemony. It's named after a mythical human empire that is said to have once controlled half the galaxy. This part of space, they still call it the Hegemony, but this empire of mythical humans that once inhabited it are long gone. No one's sure what happened to these humans. They're sort of like what we might think of like Atlantis or something today. Like, did it ever even really exist? Who knows? But God help you if they find out that you claim to be one. People tend to disappear, especially if you seem to take on. If you're an elf and your ears are a little more rounded, or if you're a dwarf but you're a little bit tall. There is this government entity that controls this part of space called the Scathari Collective. It's this brutal insectoid bureaucratic power dominates this part of space. And they have been at war with the neighboring power, the elves, the Elven Star Empire, for centuries. No one even knows why they're fighting anymore. Most people in Hadrian, they get by doing what everybody does in a D&D world. They raise food, they fix things, they mine things, and they work in offices. The systems of the galaxy are connected by these gigantic skeletons of some species of spacefaring beast that has a connection to something called the Void. And that's how, like, on one part of space, like in a certain solar system, someone will enter into this maw of this skeleton of this beast, and it'll enter out the other side from another beast's mouth. And that's how people get around in the galaxy. The Void is the technology. It's what allows technology to work in Hadrian Sector. It is not exactly like a different plane of existence. It's not exactly a singularity or the ability to use a singularity, but it is a point that is simultaneously connected to all points. A single point connected to all points simultaneously. And by using that knowledge, you guys have what's called void tech. You got blasters, you got starship drives, you got computers, you got can openers. Okay? The collective, the Scathari Collective, they control the traffic through these void maws. And right now, you find yourself in the middle of nowhere in Hadrian. Most habitable places in Hadrian just barely getting by. They're like Tatooine from Star Wars. They're kind of like on the edge of what would be, I can get by here. The real power are the corporations. They're who people work for. They're the people that really run things. And then there's what you are. You are a spacer. Other people mine, they farm, they repair, they make things, they do whatever. But you live in the black. You scavenge, you explore, you take on mercenary work, and you have incredible talents. You're going to make a lot of money, but your time is short. And that's probably how your life is going to go. And that's how spacers are. The system stars without number. Does anybody have any questions about how you would do a skill check or fire your weapon in combat? Does everybody have their attribute bonuses, the damage their weapon does, and the type of weapon they have, and their skills, and AC and hit points? You need those 5 things.
Where do I locate the hit? Oh, right there. Never mind.
It's tiny on that PDF. I like the website more.
I'm still looking for it.
Right underneath where it says character sheet.
Attribute.
Oh, and you actually need 3 other things. I'm sorry. It's a little like 3rd edition. I promise this isn't that complicated. The 6th thing. You need to know your saves. Unlike 5th edition, it's not based on attributes. You have mental save. I'm going to call it reflex save because that's what they call it in 3rd edition. But basically, how fast you are and evasion, and then you have fortitude or whatever they call it, which is just how tough you are. Physical, evasion, and mental.
Mm-hmm.
Tough, fast, smart. And something is happening to you. How well are you going to deal with it? You need those 3 numbers.
So, for example, my laser rifle says 1d10 plus 2, but in the little symbol next to it, it has a plus 3 next to it.
I think I'm going to guess what that is. I'm going to make my first ruling for the night. I think that's if you're rolling it as a skill check. So that's like if you're doing a trick shot or if you're setting up some kind of, all right, Simo, we need you to move forward and we need you to take out those lights, or you have got to be able to take out that guy's weapon, or we need you to take that guy right between the eyes. That in doing that, you're not going to roll a d20, you're going to roll 2d6, and you're going to make a shoot skill check. So it's rare. You're not going to do that often in combat. Usually you're going to roll a d20, and you're going to add that plus 2.
So it's a d10 plus 2.
Well, so the first thing you do is you roll to see if you hit something in combat. So you roll a d20, you're going to add your plus 2 to it. It should be whatever your attribute is, which is dexterity, plus the skill. That should be what it is, d20 plus those 2 things. And then if you hit the target, you're going to roll d10. And then you're going to... Oh, I remember. I'm sorry. I got this wrong. What's your shoot skill?
God. Shoot. A 1.
A 1? Okay, so 0 and 1 is 2. And then what's your dexterity?
Dexterity is 14 plus 1 would be 15.
What's your highest stat?
Dexterity.
Good. Okay. That's what it is. So in combat, to hit is plus 3. Because it's dexterity and shoot. So d20 plus 3. So you roll 13, you add 3, you say, hey, I got a 16. All right. Damage, you only add dex. So it's d10 plus...
Dexterity?
Or, yeah, it should be. Should be just dexterity. It should just be d10 plus whatever your attribute is.
Would it be just plus the 1 then? Because my dexterity is 14.
Yeah, it should be. That's what the book says.
So let's say I roll a 6, it'd be plus 1, it would be 7.
7, yeah.
Well, what about the 2 for the laser rifle? Do I add those 2 as well?
Not to damage. You would try to hit something, but not to damage.
Try to hit, okay.
Right. Yeah, which is the same as 5th edition if you've ever played that.
Wouldn't he add 5 to his hit on the d20? His 2 plus from laser rifle, however many from dexterity, and his shoot.
To hit is attribute plus skill.
Here, hold on a second.
So it's dex plus shoot.
Okay, alright, I got you. My bad.
Yeah. And you all should be shooting, unless things get real bad. And another thing about shooting, actually, I'm glad this got brought up. Get behind cover, like in real life. Like, don't be out in the open. If you get hit by one of these things, think, how many hit points do you have, Tyler? At the top?
6.
6 hit points. You roll 1 crit, 1 guy with a laser blaster, 1 time, bam, you're dead. That's it. So it's just like real life. Like, don't get caught in the open, right? In a blaster fight. Like, get behind cover and fire behind cover and cover each other and stuff like that.
What's in the hexagon next to your laser pistol? There should be a hexagon with a something by it.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I have laser rifle, but I got the hexagon and it says 1d10 plus 0. If that's what you're talking about.
1d10. That's in the rectangle. Is there anything in the octagon next to it to the left?
That's plus 0.
Plus 0. Okay. So I have a 3 there, and then a 2 for the rifle, and then a 1 for dexterity. So that would be 6.
Damn.
So I'd add 6 to my d20? Just to
Guy's
clarify.
taken.
Can you send me your link?
I can
I don't want to
screen share it with
shortchange you. I just want to understand because.
Here, I'll screen share it with you.
Okay.
You said it was skill plus
Dexterity.
Plus attribute. Attribute plus.
But that's for damage though, right?
It's to hit. Attributes plus skills to hit. Okay,
Alright.
let's take a look at the so you got a laser rifle. It's got a normal range of 300 meters, which is long freaking way, anyways. And then you've got I know it's got the automatic fire feature too, but a lot of the stuff we're gonna have to improvise tonight because there's a lot of stuff in this system. But anyways, it's just plus 3. It did the math for you. D20 plus 3.
Okay, so that's what that means.
And
Gotcha.
I think the reason you have a plus 2 is either because of your class or your foci. Because I bet you're a expert and a sniper and specialist and all that stuff.
Yes, I'm an expert, and
But-
then I have gunslinger and shoot.
Yeah, there you go. It did the math for you. But this
Gotcha.
so D20 plus 3 does it hit, and then I'm doing damage. Roll a D10 and add 2. For your knife, you're gonna roll a D20 and subtract 1, and then you're gonna, if you hit, you roll a D4 and add 1. That's it. That's all you need, unless you sneak up on them. Wait, no, shock damage. Yeah, you can tell me that when the time comes.
Okay.
That's what the shock damage is for. Sneak sneak
No,
attacks.
I just couldn't read it from here because
I have the shock as well.
it does like twice the damage against certain. We're not going to do all that stuff tonight. I'll just improvise it. I'll say it does more damage or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
All right.
All right.
So I'm good.
Boom.
Okay. Any other questions on combat and skill checks?
Just to clarify, so we got, you need your AC, your hit points, the damage for your rifle, and the saves. Was there anything else that I missed?
You'll need to know what your skill bonuses are because, I might call for a... let me bring up, actually, stars without member character creator. You're going to need... I may call for a certain skill check. Like I may say, give me a fix check. You're going to want to know what your skills are. And then the other thing are those 3 numbers over to the right of the skills in the I don't know if they were in like octagons or whatever, but it's like physical, evasion, and
Saves
mental.
box.
Saves, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Base attack, skill points.
And I can walk you all through it, like when it comes up to. Like I'll
Alright.
say, all right, just add this, and so on and so forth. All right, space combat. I wanted to do it. Someone wanted to be a pilot, and somebody else was like, oh, we don't get ships, so we're going to have a ship. You lost 2 crew members, so part of your backstory is that you've lost some crew. And you're short-handed, so I'm going to say that you can still fire the guns, right? Because you've got an engineer. Now, someone can leave the engineer station and go to the guns. Or the captain, this would be kind of catastrophic, I think. But if the captain left the captain chair in the cockpit in the bridge and went to the guns, they could do it. The pilot has to pilot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of sine qua non, right? But what I'm going to say is the pilot can fire the guns on their turn, but they sacrifice their other action, and they can only fire in a forward arc. Pretty punishing, so you're going to have to line up first, fire, and that's going to be what you do. And that's a result of not having the people. Or the engineer could say, I don't have anything else I need to do, so I'm going to run and I'm going to get in the gun. And then you can go 360 degrees. Did everybody look at the Starship Combat and the roles?
I peeked at it.
Yeah, I read a little bit, but
The way D&D always works is you roll for initiative, right? Roll for initiative. And then everybody takes turns on what they're going to do. You can move in any order. You can do one big thing, one small thing, and you can, attack. That's combat in D&D, right? In space combat, you're all going to work together as one crew, as one team. So both ships roll a D8, and the pilot adds his intelligence or dex. So you'll add your dexterity, right? This is a +2. And whoever gets higher gets to go first. And then Joe, you're going to say, all right, guys, what are we going to do this turn? And you have something called command points. And when you start your turn, you start with 0 command points. Okay? So, right off the bat, Captain, and you have a sheet here you can reference, right? You can generate command points by, like, and this takes role playing. This is abstract, okay? You have to role play this. Support department, right? Give an inspiring speech to a department, like, pilot, turn us around, or something like that, And then now all of a sudden, they can do a task at 2 fewer command points, right? Or anybody can do these general actions, above and beyond, deal with a crisis, or do your duty. Captain, in case something bad happens and you're about to lose the ship, you can instead accept a crisis, which I randomly roll for. That could be which could be the end of the game right there if this happens. One of the crew members getting spaced out of a hole blown in the ship. It could be you losing your life support. It could be the drive getting shot out from under you, which is pretty bad. And then somebody's got to go deal with that. So with 3 people, that'll be hard. But we're going to improvise it. Important thing is to role play. Rulings over rules. Just role play. Just use your imagination to describe what you want to do. You've got your reference sheet here. Someone's a pilot. Tyler, sorry about that, but you're both the pilot and the gunner now. And then the engineer, you should probably be ready to go run for the gun if you need to as well. Does anybody have any questions about space combat? The grid is an abstraction, so don't worry too much about, oh, I'm here and they're there. No, that's not the point, right? It's just a representation. All right.
Very good. Let's
do it. Okay. Here we go.
Is the forward arc on the gunner, if I have to use it, 180 degrees? Is it a limited, 45 sweep or something?
I would say 45. I'd say it's right in front of you, and you've got to line it up and get it on the target. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like Star Fox where you can you've got a target lead where you can fire somewhere separate from where the ship is headed or something. Or like an Apache where you've got you can look and shoot. Yeah. Pilot gunner. Anyways. All right, here we go. This is the fact. This is what you all have been hired for recently. Whether you intended for this to be the case or not, you all have been knee breakers. That's what you all have been hired for. You're a bunch of thugs. And you've been hired. You do transports and jobs and stuff. You transport ne'er-do-wells for different brokers and things like that. And beat people up if they need it. And do blaster holes in people if they really need it, kind of thing. One of you can fly. One of you can hack a computer. But that's mostly what you all do. You don't have a lot of gunpowder. You don't have a lot of explosives. You're just trying to get by. Things haven't been going well for you lately. You lost people on your last job. You lost 2 crew members, and including your ship medic and Sawbones, and you lost your other tech expert that was also your gunner. And like most things, you scrape off the dead. Took it to an appraisal. I'm sorry, you just get yourself back together and kept on going, and you keep working for the brokers you had. The gear and the capital was held legally by the former captain. And oh, by the way, Joe, you're just promoted to captain now. By the people you're working for. Your former captain was spaced and shot full of holes. And that's a problem because the former captain held all the legal capital and contracts for all of the stuff you're using. Now all the accounts are blocked, and you don't have any way to fix that. So life's not fair. And this has kind of cut you off from some corporate contacts, too, because this is what your former captain did. Well, the good news is, if it could be called good news, the last job you're on, friends die. You're in this weird place. You're in this dusty crap hole of a place, and you're near some old ruins. Now, that's not abnormal. There's lots of ruins here in Adrian Sector. While you're there, someone, and you all tell me who it is, but someone just randomly picked up a weird trinket. One of the survivors, so one of you three picked this up. It looks like just a metal object with different protrusions on it.
Say Tyler won.
Oh, we'll do in character names. I'll
Yeah.
do Krognak and
There we
Simo.
go.
We don't get too confused. So Krognak picked it up?
Yeah.
Krognak, yeah, when you all were on the job, you found this thing. It just looked like a random old trinket in one of these ruins. Well, you took it in and got an appraisal for it. Well, when you took it in to get an appraisal, all of a sudden people started acting funny. Harold, when people start acting funny, you can kind of smell it. And that means that there's some money associated with this thing. And whenever there's money, Harold, there's blaster fire. Well, you all killed a lot of people on your way out of that pawn shop. And you got some attention attracted to you. It could have been discreet if it weren't a surprise. You thought this was just a piece of junk. Well, that's some bad news, but the good news is, you know this is something valuable. So, what do? You take it to the Shadow Void. All right, so you've got something called the Void Net, which is like the galactic internet, and then you got something called the Shadow Void, which you're able to talk to brokers that don't want to be identified, right? And you don't have to be identified. That's the kind of place that you'd find a kidney, you know? But you take your time, find a high-profile broker, and then he breaks his cover and he brings you in. And it turns out that this trinket is an access key to a pre-Rift War facility on a planet, Argius Prime. Now, Argius, it's an armpit. Things falling apart there. The Collective probably would have glassed it from orbit by now, if it had any significance, but it doesn't. And that's where you're headed now. And you're following the coordinates given to you by your handler to get to this facility. You got the coordinates for the facility. And hoping for this outrageous payday from this guy who wants whatever's in this old pre-Rift War tech facility. 5,000 credits each. He's going to pay to get the heat. He's going to clean your transponder, get the heat off of you, and pay your debts. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Should be really easy. Just go in there. Who cares about a bunch of vagabonds and an old beat up ship? Just go into some old tech ruin. And that's where we're starting. And by the way, what is the ship's name?
Ugh.
You gotta name the ship.
Yeah,
Wait.
you're right.
So the way it works is you lease a ship usually. No one can afford ships. You lease a ship. You're able to name it for what it shows up as, like on a transponder. Like, oh, what's this ship, right? Yeah. So it could have changed hands dozens of times. It's like an old rental car.
Mm. Right. Oh. I don't know. Big Bertha?
Big Bertha.
Like it.
Bertha, she's a medium class transport. She's modeled after a hegemony freelancer ship. That's like the tech that was left over from the Rift Wars that they used to dominate this part of the galaxy. But except it's kind of like aftermarket. It's a chai phone. You ever heard of a chai phone? Like it's like, you know, someone else tried to pretend to do a freelancer and you get the Renegade. But it's reliable. It's just sort of a transport with guns and systems just bolted onto it. You can go to the character sheet. Everybody should be able to go to the character sheet for this. You got a multifocal laser battery. I don't know why it says you've got 4 of them. I screwed that up. I'd hate to say it, but you don't have that many. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check real quick. I mean, I don't want to shortchange y'all. Yeah, no, you don't got four freaking laser batteries. Sorry, here we go. You got one. You got, it's just like in Traveler last time we played, Joe. You've got a sand thrower and then this laser gun, and they're bolted together. It'll rotate, but whenever the pilot has it linked to his controls, he can only fire like forward.
Straight forward.
So just like in Star Wars, like the Millennium Falcon, like if you're doing in engineering, you need to, like if you're doing something with a ship drive, you have to be in engineering, and then if you want to go to fire the guns at 360 degrees, you have to get up and go and get there in your round. Okay. It's got a armor class 14. There it is, armor class 14. 2 armor negates that, and then 20 hit points that it can survive. It's got fuel scoops, bunkers, extra bunkers. It can go into atmosphere. And it's got ants. There are these kind of ants that like survive. Like ants are one of those things that like they'll make it when nothing else will, and it's really annoying. And they're probably not technically an ant, like the species of it, but like it's a little critter that crawls around on the ship. And you just can't figure out how to get rid of them. And that's something that the Bertha deals with.
So we got termites on the ship.
Yep.
Yeah. A minor problem, but it's just more of an annoying one.
The couch smells a little funny. You realize like there's one place that you don't sit because that's their home. And you'll probably be scratching later if you sit there, you know. But anyways, any questions about Bertha before we go? All right. I want to make sure that the pilot understands and the engineer understands void jumps. So, did you guys look at void jumps? Here's the process for a void jump. The engineer has to go to the engineering station, the department, and you have to manually activate the void jump, okay?
It takes 5 rounds.
Takes 5 rounds. When you engage the void drive, it is inevitable. It will activate no matter what. Like, there's nothing that will stop it.
Unless we die.
That's one way to stop it, I guess. It has the effects of an arcane warhead, basically like a nuclear warhead that goes off if you can like use the void drive as a suicide weapon. But the pilot, you've got 3 options. Okay, the reasonable option is to plan ahead and pay about 100 credits for astrogation data, and you've done that for our Argius Prime. Okay. And for this jump to get there right now, you have the jump data. The second option is to eat something called a roach. And I'll say you have one of these. You have one of these on the ship, okay? Whenever a pilot bites down into a roach and consumes its head, suddenly you can perceive space and time, and like you can like smell colors and stuff, and like you can like suddenly like see everything for what it is, and you can manually plot a void jump on your own so long as you consume a roach. But if you eat a roach, there's a chance right then and there and you'll make a mental save that you might become addicted to it, and then there are bad effects that happen to becoming roach addicted. So the third option is a blind jump. And I've got a table here, and it goes all the way up from perfect jump, and you land exactly where you intend to, right near a spaceport or right in orbit of a planet. You don't have to travel to it. To if you roll a 1, you just appear right in a black hole, and everyone dies instantly. So like a blind jump it could be anything in between. So that's how void jumps work. Okay, so anyways, y'all are traveling. And you're going across the Vinfall subsector. You're making it into the Argius subsector. You've completed your jump. Everything should be fine. Look, Argius Prime, there's nothing there, right? And then as you're about to plot your jump from the subsystem into Argius Prime, you hear this. On the bridge.
Okay.
What do you do?
Do we have scanners?
Your dude.
Radar reports.
So the engineer could leave the engineering department and operate it, but then you would have no one in engineering. Your comms and sensors guy was spaced in the last job.
Okay.
But this does indicate that something was running dark, and it's coming up on you, and it's faster than you. There are 3 of them.
All right, guys. So we got a couple choices. We can either go ahead and force the jump, or hang around and see what kind of trouble we can get into. What do y'all think?
We have no idea what it is, eh? We just know they're coming.
We just know something is coming.
The vector indicates that they're probably going to fire at you.
Okay. So, y'all want to fight? Or
Not a lot of guns, man.
not a lot of guns?
We don't have a lot of firepower, but we have the mobility. Traveling at slower speeds means you'll be able to take corners tighter.
True. Okay.
I'm down with taking the jump if that's what you guys want to do. Wait, I have a
Next.
question though. Can they track us through the jump?
It's unlikely. Pre-Rift War technology can do that sort of thing. So the hegemony, the Scathari Collective could probably do it, or elves. But if these are like spacers like you, probably they don't have that kind of money.
Say, can we turn the transponder off and make the jump? That way they can't track the transponder.
That's a great idea. You want to make the engineer want to try to make a check to see if you can like scrub the ship so that they can't figure out who you are while you try to run away.
That'd be me.
Yeah, so that'd be
That
a
would be you.
2d6 plus intelligence plus you have. Let me look at it.
Specialist. On combat.
Yeah, it'd be 2d6 plus intelligence plus program.
Oh, it's +2. Figuring it out. Yeah. So it's 5.
5. It definitely fails. And not only so we have 2 pilots here. Not only does he because he rushes down back to the department. What were you doing? Because you were definitely not at your station when this happened. Like, what were you doing?
Hanging out with the ants, I guess.
In the lab, like trying to pick ants out of your back.
Trying to clean that couch spot, you know. Looks comfy. It's
Did
trying
the walk of shame.
Yeah.
You leave it out there and you run back to your department and like try to punch it like as fast as you can to turn the transponder off before it gets detected. But
Stumbled on my way.
Instead you ident and like you like beacon flare like your identity to everyone, like raising your Jolly Roger, like come and get me, MFers.
Oh shit.
And they respond by like all of a sudden their drives ignite and they accelerate even faster, and the first few rounds like fly by within moments after that. Let's see. Let's see. Pilot, you can roll for initiative for the ship.
That's the D20, right?
You would roll a D8 and add your dexterity to it. I got a 7.
I got an 8, and then dexterity is a 1, so 9.
You are able to like floor it to gain some space as you see their drives ignite, and you're able to gain some space from them. So this is just an abstraction, okay? There is like debris and asteroids and stuff, so you can use your imagination, but don't worry too much about like grid size and distance and that sort of thing.
Alright.
So you gain some distance. You probably have, you're able to act first. Harold. right?
Yep.
Harold, what's the plan?
Okay, so they're booking it after us.
Yep.
We have debris built up around us. With their, we're gonna have to try and get into open space so we can hit the jump before they can get to us. So with 3 of them, we ain't got the manpower. We done lost 2 crewmates. We can't navigate the guns and the pilot, so we're gonna have to jump.
So you're thinking have the engineer activate the void drive for that department turn. Okay. That takes the engineer's turn. That also gives you well, and in addition to that, you can also take a captain action. So like you can support a department. I don't know why you'd want to go into the fire right now. That one doesn't seem like a great option. End up like losing part of the crew so you can do something. Sounds awful. Keep it together, above and beyond, deal with a crisis, or do your duty.
Let's keep it together.
Keep it together. You can nullify a successful enemy hit. I would say if they hit your ship, and I'm gonna aggregate it together. So if it gets real bad, you can say nope. I don't want that to happen. At any point, you say nope, and you can get a crisis. Okay. Let me bring up the crisis sheet. Ship crisis. Yep, I got it. Okay. Let's see. So that is the. There are only other 2 departments. What is the pilot doing? The bridge.
I think that's up to the pilot at this point. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are these 2 little things down here? One's got an X over it. What's the other one?
Oh, these little
Straight
ships.
south
That's
of
a
us,
mistake.
basically.
I'm gonna get rid of that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I say we plot a course to break line of sight if we can behind one of these meteors, and maybe use it as cover for moving around. That way we can circle around and avoid them if we have to, up over the top or around, and then give us a line of sight out to space on either side.
All right. So you do not have the command points. You'll need to accumulate them. But what you could do, let's see here. The captain chose to do keep it together. Okay, so that won't give command points. The engineer department currently is occupied with getting the drive up. So I think right now the pilot, the reason you don't have the command points available is you're like just trying to stay alive. Like that's what's happening right now. Like you're evading and you're like changing the direction that they're trying to track you on, and you're at the same time trying not to hit this debris. Like, in order to escape or use evasive maneuvers, you will need to generate command points.
Okay.
That being said, I'm going to say that they're cumulative. So you can also do above and beyond, deal with a crisis, or do your duty. Do your duty gives you a command point, and you can describe how you give the ship an extra command point. Above and beyond, you can do. You gain your skill level in command points. So what's your skill level in pilot?
1.
1. So really, do your duty is just as good. Wait, no. I'll say that you also get your dex. What's your dex?
Dex is a 1 as well.
Okay, so you got 2 options. You can try to roll a pilot check, and if you succeed on a 9 or above, you'll get 2 command points. If you fail, you lose 1. You're going to go 1 in the hole. Or you can describe something more conservative and you get 1 command point. You can carry that to the crew next turn. To be able to evade to escape combat or evade like you're describing, it takes 2 to 4 command points. So.
What do you think, fellas? Should we roll for it, or should we come up with something a little better?
They're gaining. Uh,
And it's
I
like
don't
a
think we-
53% chance or something to roll the 9 or above.
If we can't get away, we should at least try and pick one. Give us a better advantage. Show strength.
let's roll for it.
Roll for
Better
it.
than getting hit in the back and dying.
So like
mean,
you're trying to
53 is
dodge
better
this
than-
stuff. Describe how you're using your piloting skill to give the crew some breathing room.
Using close cut corners around the space garbage and these asteroids floating around, coming up on some high G stuff around the corners, using that to try to absorb bullets and
I think you
hopefully not
know
make us
that
all airsick.
with the artificial gravity that the void drive generates, you would cause everyone to black out or outright crush them if you were to do what you're thinking right now. So you do the next best thing and you begin a high angle of attack dive next to one of these things to try to like get them to come to you, right? So make a piloting skill check to see how that goes.
That's the 20.
That would be a 2d6 plus dex plus piloting. You need to be in a 9.
2d6. Okay, and then it was plus what?
Plus Dex and Pilot.
Yep.
Be a 9.
Nice. All right, you made it. So you're able to break that angle of attack as you dive toward this rock and you get to the surface of the rock. It's kind of like Empire Strikes Back. Like you get to the rock and you pull them down into that angle, and it gives you 2 command points. So you don't have it this turn. They're still able to fire on you, but you carry those 2 command points into the next turn. I'm going to abstract that by kind of zooming you all in here. I'm going to make you small. Here they are diving in, and they're going to get small too.
We can only shoot forward right now, right?
Yeah, nobody's in the gunner station. But you can use your movement on your turn to go to the gunner station. You just wouldn't be able to take any engineer actions. You know? Which, hey, you could do that. Okay. Let's see. That's everybody, right? Everybody was... You started the void drive. The captain is able to call for a crisis if things get bad. I'm going to give you something else. You can always call for a crisis, I think, if you're about to die. So this is giving you a card that you can play. Just to be clear, you can say, no, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to get a crisis instead. Okay? Okay. And then the pilot did their thing. All right, they're going to try to attack you all. Let me see what they can try to do. I think they're going to blow their turn. I have, and they're going to see if they can hit you because they realize their time's running out in this debris field. So they have 4 command points. They're going to try to fire, and then the captains are going to try to move one forward, and that gives them 2. And then they're going to boost the engines to try to catch up to you. So they're going to try to catch up, burn hot, and they're all going to try to fire. Oh god, they all hit. Let's see if you want to get that ship's crisis. Give me a second here. Let me see what this would do. It's 3d4, so you might not need it. You might want to use it later because you might survive. You take 8 damage. You have 20 hit points, so it strips almost. Now you negate 2 of that because you have armor. So right off the bat, you take 6 hit points. That's what, about close to a third of your the hull is. All of a sudden, like, things just blast through, and you can actually see your little termite mound of a couch in the lounge just get incinerated inside of this thing. And then the ship does its like emergency fire drill stuff and closes off what it can to try to lock in what air and O2 you've got. So let's see, that's 20 hit points. You're down 6, and that's their entire turn. Captain, what are you guys going to do this turn? While the void drive, you got 4 more turns, and you got to get out into open space and not get killed.
Okay, so they burned hot to try and catch up, right?
They used all their command points to fire everything they had and catch up to you.
Okay. Would it be possible for us to hit the back burner and see if we can make them shoot in front of us and pass us up?
Stole my move. I was going to try to do some nice nifty maneuvers like that.
I think you could combine crew actions. So I think if the engineer ran to the comms department, you supported a department, it would give you 2 command points. You could crash a system or defeat their ECM. You know, so you got some comms actions here like that where you can try to screw up their firing. But you can only do it on one ship. That's the thing that sucks.
Okay.
There's 3 ships and there's one of you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't
How
like
close
just like
behind us
blast.
are they?
Huh?
How close behind us are they?
They are within firing range, and you can tell what you knew when they were coming in is you know that they're faster than you. Like, they're able to keep up with you with pure thrust.
What's firing range though? Is that like 50 meters, 100 meters?
It's like within 6,000 meters. It depends on the weapon. Let me look at it.
That's a long ways. I don't know if
Oh
that'll
yeah,
work
it's
then.
space.
Okay. So.
I can't find it.
Yeah.
It is like 6,000 meters. It depends on the weapon though. But your weapons can generally hit within 6,000 meters.
Okay, so
Now,
what if
actually? But I'm sorry. But tell me your intention, because that I might be able to support your intention. So bridge actions, escape combat. If you have 4 command points that you build up, currently you have 2. You can roll against them and try to gain a point of escape. What I'm going to say is after 3 points, I'm not going to just say you're out because they're going to be able to catch up, but I'll say that you've gained like space away from them. It's not that good of a deal, but it's something.
Okay. So what if we support a department and then that evasion, because it should take 2 fewer command points in order to escape.
And then it'll for evasion to be. Oh yeah, I've heard this. This is meta for this game. You can get an escape point right off the bat. Yes.
Okay, I was just talking about what the support department calls
Right.
for.
Right, because
Says one action the department takes will require 2 fewer command points. So if we have 2 but we need 4,
right.
should be able to pull it off.
Yep, and you need 3 escape points. So you'll be able to get the distance away from them to get to the. Basically, you'd be able to make the jump sooner if you could generate enough command points fast enough to break contact with them. So this is 1 escape round. The engineering department could still do something, including do your duty, which gives the ship or above and beyond. So you could roll 2D. You could roll a skill check and get 2 more command points, and then the next turn you get another escape point. So then after 3 rounds you could get away instead of 5. If that makes sense. You need to generate enough command points for the pilot. You need to do stuff at the other stations to generate command points. You need 3. You need to do escape combat 3 times to be able to get it.
Pick an attribute and skill check.
But more than anything, like what are you trying to do, right? And I'll translate it into command points. If you want to mess up their firing, you could also give that to the pilot, evasive maneuvers, which you could do right off the bat, like as the captain, and then you'll still have another 2 command points. You could tell the engineer to go to the comms and have the pilot do evasive maneuvers, to try to screw up their firing. You know.
Okay.
Or
Let's
you
do
could.
that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So if that's the case, let's see. So you use support department.
Yes.
You give it to the pilot.
Yeah.
What do you say?
But we're in a tight spot. We've already lost 2. Let's not mess this one up. This is our last shot.
All right. Bridge. The captain wanted you to do evasive maneuvers. So what do? It's free.
You're muted.
I flicked it the wrong way, my bad. I was unmuted, then muted myself. Evasive maneuvers. Start a high rate of turn for the next meteor, the next closest meteor.
Okay. So you would roll a pilot check plus dex plus piloting skill.
And that's the 2d6.
Yep.
4 and 4 is 8. 10.
10. You aced it. You get them down into this angle of attack, and then you immediately jackhammer off to another one, and then come around the other side and pull them in behind that as well. And now you have... I'm going to give it pilot plus dex. So what's your piloting skill?
1 and 1 is 2.
So I'm gonna say that the ship's AC is instead 16 the next round. In addition to that, what is engineering doing? And you can go to another station if you want.
So we took damage. Like, how bad is it? There's no systems down, nothing like that.
No systems down. The hull has sealed itself. You've lost about a third of your hull.
Third of our hull.
Yep.
So I can do damage control, or I can try and crash at least one of their systems, get one of them off our ass. I think I'm gonna try and go to the comms department and crash one of their systems. At least try and
Get one
some
of them
approach.
off of you. Sure.
Yeah, so we can get a little bit pressure off of us.
I'll
while we try
actually,
and keep evading.
if you succeed, I'll make you a deal. I'll bump it up 1 difficulty, and if you succeed, it will actually manage to like get one of them off of you in combination with what the pilot's doing.
Okay.
So,
It would be a program check.
yep. 2d6
And
plus
one-
intelligence plus program.
6.
You got to get a 10.
That's 8. There's my sheet. Intelligence.
Yeah, plus program.
That's 10.
Nice. Okay.
Oh man.
You managed to get the heat of one of the ships off of you in addition to what the pilot's doing. Let's see, you said you went back to another one as well. 2 of them stayed on you. You confused it, and it ended up peeling off the other side. You got to think, these folks, they're just trying to stay alive at the same time while they're staying on your butt. So now he's confused, and he starts his turn off somewhere else. Okay. It's their turn. They have no command points this turn either. And he's lost his turn. So now, and this is going to start your 3rd turn when you start again. You only need 5. So they are going to try to build up their command points. The captain is going to do support department on both ships. And actually, they're going to try to fire. That's it. That's all they can do. But they can only fire... That's 1 weapon. 1 hits. It does 4 damage. You're down to half your hull. The other ship loses its ability to act. They have no other command points this turn. Alright, it's back to you all.
Okay. So, let's see. All right. So, let's see. We're gonna go.
Our ship's health at 10, you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've
wait a
lost half
second.
our hull.
Hold on. What did I roll? 19. Okay. Never mind. All right. Yeah. It still hit. Was that say? Oh wait. Okay.
All right. So, if I were to go above and beyond,
Okay.
push yourself to help the ship or its crew, pick an attribute and a skill check, and explain how you're using it to help the ship.
Yeah. So if you have like a skill that's like 3 or 2, you know, you can, and depending on how you describe it, I'll say even your attribute added to it. But you have to describe how you're going to use that skill to improve the situation, and then you'll get all of that in command points.
Okay. So let me pull up. So when you say skill, you
Things
mean-
like program, administer, heal, survive, talk. Ooh, talk. You can bring them up on comms, Captain.
yes, I can. Let's see. Alert. Cannot be surprised. Okay. Let's pull them up on comms.
All right. You do that. It's on the other ship that's commanding these all 3 ships, and you find this person appears. And she speaks immediately when you bring her up. She says, "This would go a lot easier if you would stay still a little longer."
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not able to do that. The way our bank account is set up is we have to keep moving. What exactly? I'm able to get information from her, right?
Yeah, just
Or
say what you'd say.
attempt.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what are your reasons for coming after us? Like, what we're just simple travelers. We're no one special. What's going on here?
Well,
What led this?
I can see that. No offense, Captain, but my employer isn't paying me to ask questions or answer questions. This isn't a public, this isn't a press call. You just, they want you dead, and I'm not asking any questions.
All right. How much are they paying you?
A lot more than that ship is worth.
Okay. Well, for 3v1, we may have gotten hit a couple times, but we see you over there struggling. So,
Go ahead.
let's talk a little bit here. What's got to happen in order for all of us, or in order for you to make it out of this alive?
So it sounds like you're trying to delay her.
Delay her, barter a little bit.
Yeah, you immediately get the impression that there's no way that you're going to barter with what you just don't have any cards to play. That doesn't mean
Yep.
that you can't pretend you have cards. So you can buy yourself some time. I will make you a deal, and I'll say if you can make a 10 on this, that it will delay her another round, and you'll only have 2 ships instead of 3 on you. So if you want to make it an 11, then you'll both get that. You'll only have 2 ships instead of 3, and you'll get the command points.
Okay, on that, I need to roll. Is it a D20?
It's a 2d6 plus talk plus
Charisma?
Charisma, yeah. You put points in charisma, right? We talked
I
about
got
that.
points in Charisma.
And not really. It's
Oh,
mostly
crap.
intelligence and wisdom.
Oh, well, just do intelligence. That makes
Okay.
sense.
So 2d6. Ooh. Okay, so we're looking at. That's 1 and 1. Fuck. We're sitting at 9.
A 9 is enough to pass, but it's not enough to fool her. She gets back on your tail and shuts off the comm. She knows that you're bluffing. But that still buys you time, and you still get a 9, which says that you get... what's your intelligence and what's your talk?
Intelligence is +1 and talk is 1.
That means you get 2 command points this turn.
Excellent.
How you guys going to use it?
Well.
So do we each get our own command points then? Like he has 2 and I have 2 and...
It's for the whole ship.
Okay.
Yeah. So you usually start every combat with 0 command points, and you have to figure out how you're going to generate them. I can work together, right?
Gotcha.
Okay.
The only way to get those is through the general, right?
No, there's multiple ways. The captain has options. The pilot has, I think, some options. There are all sorts of different ways that you... But yeah, there's the general actions. And then different departments have options, too, to generate command points.
Alright, so what are we doing, guys?
I mean, if we really need them off our tail, best idea I could give you from the pilot's perspective is to pull a Top Gun.
Pull a Top Gun?
Yeah. Pitch it up as high as you can after you pull the burners back. Come up behind them.
Okay, so we're shooting for another evasive maneuver.
Yeah, but it'll put us in attack position behind one of the ships if we can pull it off.
Okay, so
Since
we'd
the
be
other one-
behind one with 2 more behind us?
Oh, we'd be behind both the ships right behind us.
No, one system's a crash. There's only 2 following us right now.
Yeah, so we'd pull up and around behind the ships behind us if they're traveling fast enough and we gun it on the other side.
I'm going to say
able to
that...
get
Connection
behind
issues.
Oh, yeah. You might have to recycle it. I'm going to say that if you attempt that, if you are willing to accept a higher chance of failure, then you can do both. So if you can get a 10, then you can get behind them. If you get an 11, then you both get the benefits of evasive maneuvers and get behind them, but you'll have to take more risk in order to do both of those things.
Okay, so we would need 11 in order for it to be successful, and it would be
10 to
your
be successful?
pilot and dexterity?
11 to get both of those things. And it would be pilot, dexterity, 2d6.
Both of get behind both of them?
One of them. So 10 will get you behind them to fire.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to fire the next round. An 11 will get you behind to fire on them, and you'll get the benefits of evasive maneuvers, which basically increases the ship's AC.
Okay.
Or you
Well-
can just do the basic one and get a 9.
I mean, what do y'all think? Do we shoot for the big one? Or
I didn't
should
get
we
any
try
of
to
that.
look at
My whole setup was just tweaking.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so we can either take a higher risk and get behind them with a 10, and if we roll 11, we also get the benefits of evasive maneuvers, which raises our AC.
Or you can just do the regular one, and if you get a 9, you get the benefits of evasive maneuvers.
That's 2d6?
It's 2d6 plus pilot plus dex for the pilot. Also, there are other oh, and you know what? If he runs to the gunnery seat, also on top of that, gosh darn it, the character Krognak could also fire the guns on the same turn. You would just have to get up, run, and get to the gun.
Okay. So we could potentially take these guys out.
Oh.
What are their hit points?
You're not sure.
Oh, fair enough.
Based
Okay.
on the positioning on the map, I know you said it's kind of relative, but we'd be able to get behind both of those guys if they're flying in that kind of a formation with that maneuver, correct?
Yeah, I think what would happen is if you do really well, then you both break one off, and it makes it harder for them to hit you, both of them. And in addition to that, you're able to hit one of them. Or if you do okay, you're able to get behind and hit one of them. And if you don't do well, it doesn't work.
Do we want to chance it, guys? Because we're already down half. I don't see another choice, though.
I can fix the ship.
Logically.
You just gotta last 2 more turns.
You
Only
can do
other thing
emergency
is to make
repairs.
do that or make a mad dash for the next.
But I won't be in the shooter.
Make a mad dash for the next asteroid and use it for cover. That's about our 3 options.
Okay. So, I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm up for either one.
You pick, Joe. Go for it.
I pick.
Yeah,
Okay.
screw it.
All right. Let's. I mean, we've already last. Let's get behind them.
All right,
All
pilot.
right.
Let's Top Gun it.
While you're working on that roll, what are you doing, Krognak? You got all those departments. You can get on the guns, or you can save it and do it in the next turn, or you can.
Well, if we're getting ready for the evasive, I'm gonna start getting positioned into the gun, I guess.
Okay.
But is that automatic, or am I able to do? No, that would take a whole turn. I can't do repair then run to the gunner for the next round, right? When we attack.
Oh yeah, it says damage control. On a success, repair a number of lost hit points. Wow. You could do because you're a frigate. You could attempt it, but you need 3 command points to do that.
Hmm.
But we're gonna get command points back for the evasive maneuver, correct? Or hit points, I mean.
Because of the comm trick. No. That's what.
No, we need the command points though to get out of here.
But we should get hit points back from the evasive maneuver, correct?
No, not hit points. No, actually, the evasive maneuver spends command points, so you'll use the 2 command points that you got.
Okay.
But what you could do is like generate command points on this turn, and then do damage control on the next turn. Yeah. Let's see. I've got that you guys have 2 command points. Am I crazy? Because you had 4 and you spent a certain number. You generated 2 on. You used them all. You generated 2 on this turn, and then now you're about to use it for evasive maneuvers. I'll just say you have 2, and I'll keep track of it.
Yeah.
So probably Krognak, you're going to need to generate command points. Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have to go above and beyond and get myself this gunship and do what I can there.
All right. Let's
Don't have much shooting skills though. It says it in my notes. Work on gun skills. So,
Oh man, yeah. What's your gun skill there?
it's 0. I have no pluses anywhere.
It's just 0
I mean,
though, right? You
I'm
do have a
just-
0.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That means you don't
It's
have a
not
penalty.
negative.
Yeah.
right.
What's your dexterity?
It is +0. It's 11 +0.
Okay, so you're gonna roll a d20 and add 0. If that's what you want to do. Okay, let's do it. Pilot.
Yeah.
Roll the 2d6. Let's do this thing.
You got a 6.
So I'm in
and
the gunship
3,
right now,
and
right?
2, so 11.
An 11. Nice. You get behind them. You add your skills to the ship's AC, which makes the ship's AC 16 now. And also, you all are behind them and able to fire on this turn if you want to try.
Yeah. think we
Krognak,
should-
go for it.
I've been waiting for this.
Oh no. Cognac,
see
like,
it. Where is
it's
it?
just
No.
like spinning, like you're trying to get on the ship, and like these like, it's like keep it still, and like you're like hanging on to the ladders. You're trying to get into the gun pod, and then you just turn into fire, but it just hits rocks. Okay, it's their turn. One of them is, let's see, they can use their movement to try to get their, to get back up. Let's see, is line up a shot? Did I make that up in my brain? I think maybe I did. Let's see.
Don't worry,
I
fellas.
think that was on Traveler.
That's what it was. It's
No.
Traveler. I'm thinking of Traveler or something. Okay. They're gonna try to. They don't have any command points, so they have 2 captains. They're gonna try to stay on your tail. No, they can't even do that. They don't have enough command points. They're gonna try to take out your drive.
While we're behind them.
Oh yeah, that's not. I agree with that. Well, their weapons fire 360 degrees because they're crude.
Oh yeah, they got a full.
Half damage before applying armor. Okay, they have to try to hit.
Didn't work as well as we thought, fellas.
If this damage gets through, they're gonna disable systems, and they're gonna try to disable your life support because they want to kill you. They miss, and they're not able to try to, because they know they're running out of time, and this is your 4th turn.
Okay, so our jump should activate on the next turn, correct?
On the next turn, that's right.
Okay.
At the end of the next round, so you're gonna have to survive
Yeah.
2 more.
We have to get out of this field too.
Oh yeah, there's that.
All right.
Which you can just choose. Like I consider movement independent of this. I'm not doing it like yeah. So you just say where you want to go.
Gotcha.
So, according to the map, the 2 should be in front of us, and the 1 should be turning back from the other asteroid behind us, right?
On this turn,
Just,
yes. Unless you
yeah.
do something else to try to break them off or something.
Gotcha.
Okay, so. Oop. So those. We have 2 ships in front of us, correct?
At this point, they've already gotten back behind, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't try to. It's an abstraction. So, like, just imagine you're like in this fur ball. You can get them in front of you, like if you want to do that to fire. That's not an issue. What I did last turn is I made a deal where I'm like, hey, you know what? You can fire on the same turn, right?
Yeah.
Which we did.
Plus, I'm in the gunner, so I can turn around and shoot at them now.
Actually, that's right. Now he's in the gunner seat.
Yeah, I'm gonna redeem myself. Working on it.
Well, since we're at 360-degree gunning, let's see.
By the way, you can disable their drive, but you have a -4 to hit. I don't know how you would do that, though, to be honest. I don't think the math adds up on that to do that. You'd have to get a nat 20, I think.
Okay.
No, you'd have to get an 18, 19, or 20 Cognac, but if you got that, you could knock one of their drives out.
That's risky. I can't even hit 12 right now.
I was gonna say I haven't seen above like an 8 yet.
We got one more. All we gotta do is just to keep avoiding them. I'm gonna just shoot everything we got. You know, you drive forward. I'm gonna shoot backwards, and you know, that's it. Get over to the field. That's all we need to do is get out of the field. We can do this jump. Get out of here. I mean, we already disabled one of their ships, right?
No,
Yep.
it's back
Unless
on
they-
this turn.
They got back on. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
distracted it
So-
for 2 rounds.
Let's see. If we go with do your duty, right, we'll gain a command point.
You don't have to
What?
as captain. You can do as captain. You can do support department and do something inspirational, and you get 2. Bam, 2 right off there.
You right.
Yeah.
All right. Choose a department. One action that department takes will require 2 fewer command points. You can do this once per round.
So you
Can
could
the
feed that
inspirational
to the
thing be like
pilot.
a speech or something?
Or you could feed it to the engineer. Well, actually, the engineer station's vacant. Oh, and you also need.
I'm in the gunner though.
But you also need
time
command
there.
points to fire.
Mm-hmm.
So either
Okay.
you would need to try to do, if you want command points, you would need to do above and beyond to try to get a 3 on something. You need to get like a, roll a skill check. But you'll lose a command point if you fail though. Or you only get 2. That's really the only thing I can see that you could do.
You only have one gun, right?
You have 2 weapons. You have a sand caster and a multifocal laser. They do different things.
Now the Sandcaster, if I'm not mistaken, blocks their view.
It's a Flak Cannon. Let me look this up real quick. Flak.
You have 2 command points.
Yep.
Dang it!
I need 3 to fire all weapon.
Didn't you use the 2 on the last turn to do the maneuver? You did the maneuver and then you
No,
fired. That's what it was.
Nope.
Wait, no, you still have 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. You have 2.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. I'm looking up what Flak does. Flak.
Okay.
They launch a vast number of small energy projectiles against fighter-class hulls. These weapons roll hit rolls and damage rolls twice. That doesn't really help, though. It's just good against fighters.
Which I'm assuming, since these guys are faster.
Oh, it also does more damage. It does 2d4 damage. So you should totally roll Flak if you use it.
Okay. So I'm gonna go with if I go with above and beyond. That'll push myself to help the ship or its crew pick an attribute and skill check. Explain how you're using it. Okay, so I can use my intelligence and my talk to hype up the engineer. Yes?
How much intelligence and talk do you have?
Intelligence is +1, talk is +1.
So then it's the same as doing support department, which you can do for free.
Well, then let's do that.
All right, who do you give that to? Because that is one thing that can only be used for a specific action, and then the department has to do that.
Okay.
I think it says one action the department takes. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I guess we're gonna support the engineer in firing.
Okay, the gunner.
Yep.
All right, gunner. You have 2 command points to fire your weapon. Bridge, what are you doing? You gonna use those 2 command points, or are you gonna try to build some? You're muted.
You're muted.
Muted.
I took a drink, my bad. Should we do bases and keep trying to build distance, or should I try to get some more command points, fellas?
If we're going to jump next round, we got to get into the open.
You can do that at the same time. You can move and also take an action.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be less debris in the way. You'll be like right here if you choose to do that. Just let me know if that's what you want.
All I know is if I'm going to fire everything we got, we need 3 command points. If not, I'm firing 1 weapon, which is 2. Right now, we got 2.
So what
Okay.
if I...
But it's because I use support department. Your one action takes one action that department takes will require 2 fewer command points. So you should be able to fire all the guns with 1 command point.
That's true.
I think we're gravy. It's all up to you, man.
But again, the bridge then can either generate command points or or do whatever else you want to do.
Right.
So what do you want to do, Tyler?
Out of curiosity, where are you finding these options of generating command points and all that stuff? Is that in the book that...
Yeah, it's the rules for ship combat. Basically, every round, and it's also here, I put it Starship roles, Starship combat overview. Every
There we go.
every round you basically start with 0 command points, or every combat, and you have to build them up. And you do that by like inspiring each other and handing, like every department can do your duty and do something, or you can do above and beyond and do something to help the other departments, every round. And then, that's how you do that.
What would I need for an above and beyond?
You just role play it. You describe as a pilot how you're helping generate some more breathing room for the crew. Top Gun stuff, like what you were saying.
Okay.
Let's
Guess we'll
hear
go
it,
for an.
Bumpers.
What do you think, fellas? Above and beyond, or just do my duty?
I'm leaving it up to you. You're the one that's getting us out of here, man. You've done well so far, so I'm trusting you.
I guess we'll go above and beyond.
All right, go for
Go
it.
big or go home. All right. For the above and beyond, I guess we'll try to get a. Would a juke move be considered an evasive then?
No,
try
you
to get
can
'em-
just role play, like describe what you would do to get your above and beyond. Yeah.
Okay, well, to get him more breathing room for the juke, I'd try to pull him like I'm going left for that meteor and then pull him back right so I get a little more breathing room, and try to pull them in like
Juke,
right behind
yeah.
us on the S turn so that they'd be right there on our back for
All right.
lining up the shot.
Let's see if it works.
Please, baby Jesus. 6 and a 6 is 12 and 2 is 14.
Wow.
Can't beat
I'm
me.
gonna say that not only can you do that, because that's like more than a nat 12. That's more than a 12. I'm gonna give you another command point. That's what I'm gonna do. So that gives you all. What's your pilot plus dex? What is it?
2.
2. So I'm gonna give you all 3. So you now have 5 command points that you can spend.
Oh, yeah.
In addition, the gunner, you can choose something to do with 2 fewer command points. So you could fire all guns with just 1 and have 4 command points left if you wanted.
Oh yeah, they're
Okay.
hurting my Bertha.
Man, I got 4 command
I'm gonna have
points.
to fix this thing later. It's personal.
All right, roll to hit. Which one are you shooting at?
Which one's closer? Or the one that's lined up. So he lined them up for us. So whatever one is lined up is the one I'm going for.
Oh, that's the boss in the back. It's lined
Oh yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's her.
Yeah, put one through the windshield, would you?
Oh yeah.
By the way, you can choose to try to put one through the windshield, and you can do it. Actually, you can only do that once.
It's 2d6, right?
Yeah, never mind. If you want to fire all guns, you can't do that. Yeah, it's no, it's a D20. You'll actually fire 2d20. Fire all guns. So one hits. We could say it's your flak, your sandcaster. So you'd roll 2d4 for damage. Three. She takes 3 damage. All right.
Well, It's worth a shot.
That's
Grab
their
my lucky
turn.
dice, would you?
I know, man. I'm about to go buy
Right.
myself some live dice.
They are going to try to.
It's got it in for me.
Let's see. All their captains are going to. I think they're just going to try to kill you all. So they're going to use their command points just to try to hit you.
Good God.
One of them hits. You take 3 more damage. You're running out of hull. And now this is the last time to survive. You need to be able to survive one more round, and you need to get into open space.
Well, we're basically there. Like right
Yeah.
on the edge, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you are kind of in open space. All right. So, generally just speaking, what do you guys want to try to do? You want to try to, like, break their lock? You want to try to just punch it and get far enough ahead to impact, the distance fast enough? You want to try to, like you're saying, juke and go around the corner and then come back? And then what do you want to try to do?
I
You
don't know
got
if
you got
they're
4
faster
command
than
points to
us.
burn though.
If they're faster than us, how are we gonna pull away from them?
I can boost engines.
Yeah, he's got an option for that.
You
Yeah,
got to
2
go
command
back
points.
to engineer room though.
And what I'll make you a
Go
deal.
above and beyond. I'll sprint. No tripping this time.
Yeah, if you run back there and you try to punch the engines, I'll make you a deal. I'm gonna say that if I'll do 2 things. I'll say that you can peel away from the farther 2, and they're not gonna get a chance to act. But you have to beat a 9, and there's a chance you're not gonna get strapped in time, and you're gonna have to make a evasion check to see if you get plastered against the wall during the jump.
Oof.
It's gonna hurt, man.
Happy trails.
It might hurt. It
My
might
evasion's
hurt.
14 though, so that's terrifying.
Just slightly.
It'll buff right out. You won't even know.
Yeah, with the way you're rolling dice, anyways, I might be filling out an Indeed ad for an engineer.
I got faith, man. I got faith. I'll be all right.
I got faith in you. All right.
Yeah, I'll land on the couch with all the ants. I'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I guess go back to support department, and is that gonna push? Okay, so it's not gonna cost any command points for him to do that, right?
It'll cost 2 command points. You currently have 4.
Okay.
I don't
Well,
think
I'm
we
gonna
need
go-
to build this round. This is
Yeah,
our last round. Pretty much make it or break it, right?
Yeah. So I'm thinking if I do support
Oh.
department again, though.
I mean, here's another idea. No.
I thought we had 5 points.
Or
Yeah.
No,
I got-
I
Oh, no,
used
you're right.
one to shoot all weapons, didn't I?
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had 5. He used 1. So it
that's
drops.
right. Just
That's
the
right, that's
bonus.
right.
Okay.
So what are the chances we break their ankles versus running? Yeah,
That's a good question. We've done well so far.
I'm gonna give 10
as far as
seconds to decide.
basic. All right, we're
So
gonna
run
go
out of
support
game time.
department. I'm supporting the pilot in his decision to break some ankles.
Okay.
We're gonna get out of here.
All right. Engineer, you can make your engineer check to see if you could beat a 9. It's a intelligence fix 2d6. And then pilot a bridge. What are you doing, Captain? Oh, you're doing support. What's the
Support
bridge?
department.
Okay, and then what's the bridge doing? Oh no.
maybe Alright, so we're gonna basically pull a loop-to-loop over the top of them and underneath to break away.
All right. Do you want to? Oh, evasive maneuvers then. Okay. So. All right.
Sir.
That doesn't cost anything, so that brings you to 2 because of the support department. So, yeah, roll your pilot check.
Please, baby.
They're definitely going to try to hit you all and kill you.
A 5 and a 4 is a 9, and 2 is 11.
And 11. Oh wow. Okay, so 16, which breaks it, and poor Krognak runs back and like. Immediately, that's when you decide to do that maneuver, and then Krognak again is just like hanging on to something, like as he's trying to do this.
These are rough, man.
But it does like you end up doing this like you loop around and you align. You have to like align the ship. And let's see. Let's see here. And you guys make it to, you make it just outside of, gosh, what's the name of it? Argeus Prime. Is that stressful?
I'm out of luck though. The rest of this is on you guys. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Y'all were
Yeah.
down to 6 hit points for the ship.
Good lord.
Let's see.
I had faith in the ship. I'm gonna fix it now, though.
Getting down to the job site is not, luckily, is not nearly as bad. And I won't require a pilot check. You're able to break atmosphere and deorbit down into this little crap hole of a town that's just used for scrap and things, where the locals are fighting with the corporate overlords. It's not even attracting any collective attention. Things are kind of in chaos, and no one really cares about your arrival. There's something that you didn't
Beat up ship.
Oh, what's that? Sorry?
I was saying, especially in a beat up ship.
Yeah. Something you didn't really expect is turns out this place, you make it to the coordinates that your broker gives you. It's disgusting, and the rain has like a green tint to it, and you find yourself coughing, and it's even hard to see. You're constantly rubbing your eyes. Everyone has a -2 check. -2 penalty to checks, skill checks while you're out in this muck. You get outside here. Let's see. All of a sudden, your communicator goes off, and your broker calls you. Let me see here.
Ooh.
Attractive.
Yeah, he's real pretty.
Thank you. I see you're nearing the site. Keep your devices on at all times. Contact me when you get to the entrance through the warehouse.
Okay. Is there a reason you're wanting to keep our devices on?
You have to understand, Captain. It's a bit of an investment.
I also understand that, but you also have to understand that I'm basically putting the lives of what's left of my crew in your hands
Look,
by leaving our trackers on.
do you want to get paid or not? You'll need my help when you get in. Do you
What do
know
you
how
mean
to
by
use
we'll
a
need your help?
pre-Rift War device to open an ancient hegemony tech facility? How many times have you done that, Captain?
So you got me there.
Call me. And then it like goes off. And then when you're out here, you see this thing like rearing up. It's probably like 7 feet tall from like its like little spindly legs to its top. And there's all sorts of people around it. And like it just seems like it's on the loose. The coordinates are right here for what looks like the entrance to the facility. And you see these people around this thing trying to wrangle it in. And you hear gunfire off in the distance and yelling.
Okay. So, I'm curious if I throw on an armored vac suit, does that get rid of the -2?
I'll make you a deal. I'll say get rid of the -2, but it will ruin the vac suit because that's not what the vac suit is for. You need an envirosuit.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, for now, we're going to save that vac suit. Not even going to bother. Come on.
Can you ping one more time where the coordinates are? I was a little too zoomed in.
It says that the
appreciate it.
entrance is located right here. This thing is like bucking and rearing and going back and forth, and now people are like tossing ropes onto it, and then when this guy gets kicked up against a bunch of dumpsters and falls to the ground unconscious, and then all these people are like trying to surround it.
Okay. Do we know if they're trying to kill it or just capture it?
It looks like
How to contain it.
It looks like an arachnahorse is on the loose.
Okay, so they're just trying to control it. Well, do we want a chance trying to help these guys out? Maybe they might be able to help us out.
Our ship is still broken, yeah?
Yeah. So maybe,
I
seeing
want
as
to
how,
fix it, but I'm -2, so...
well, I mean,
And I
at the
do.
same time, maybe if we help these guys, maybe some of them were on a scrap planet,
True.
might be able to get some deals on repairing our hull.
Or at least extra hands. Make it quicker.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Let's see. Is it the same actions, even though we're out of the ship?
No, just describe your intention. Like, what would you like to try to do in this situation? And
Okay.
I'll call for the...
I'd like to attempt to get a rope around that and try and get it tied to one of these containers.
All right. I think that would probably be let's see, exert. I'll give you a series of options. It's an exert check, or you could use a no check if you're trying to but it would be very difficult if you're trying to like know how to wrangle a arachnahorse. Unless your background. Right. If anybody has a background like a farmer, that would be different. If anybody has a background for this stuff.
I do not.
And I think those are the only options. Work would be another option if everybody worked together. So work, exert, or no.
Okay, if we were to do work, would that be if any of us had a boost in it, or only me?
No one has any kind of low worlder type backgrounds. Everybody's like a... Okay.
Hold on.
Trying to find my...
Where'd you even find that?
Work.
It'd be a background, like barbarian or merchant or noble or pilot or spacer or technician.
Yeah. My background's a pilot.
I don't even know what mine is.
It's pilot. I saw it.
That's what I thought.
Mine is noble. So yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't think work would work for you guys. I think you'd either have to do a difficult no check, it'd be hard, or you'd have to try an exert check.
I don't have a boost in either one, so I guess we're gonna go with exert.
Alternately, you could do a raw attribute check if you tried something heroic, but I think it would come at a chance of getting hurt. You did some heroics.
Okay. So what if I try to hog tie this thing? If it has to be heroic, I'm guessing by myself.
Yeah, if you like jumped up on this thing and like rode it and tried to hog tie it to the ground, it's too big to hog tie per se, but like if you rodeoed this thing, that could make it a raw attribute. It would be either dexterity or strength. And you'd need to beat a 11. If you fail, there'll be a saving throw.
Yeah, I can't do that. So we're gonna go with exert.
Do you have exert?
No.
All right. Exert then would be 2d6 plus, and I could see either strength or dexterity, -1.
Okay. So it's just gonna be a -1.
All right. In that case, you need to beat a 8. What'd you get?
4.
4. It rips the rope off and drags a bunch of people off with it, and that's what you see. People like being dragged off with this thing. And then
lovely.
these people like walk off. This dwarf is unconscious in a bunch of trash.
Just leave him there.
Okay. So, do I have? Is it still 2 actions, or I'm a little lost?
No, just describe what you want to do. You know.
Okay. Well,
But to clarify what happened, you tried to use a rope, right? Did I understand that right?
Yeah.
Exert, and you're trying to like get lasso this thing. It fails. It takes the rope with it. You can remove the rope from your inventory if you have it.
Yeah.
And people get dragged off with the rope, and the thing gallops off. But you don't get
Okay.
hurt.
well, I guess let's try and wake this poor little gnome that
The
got
dwarf.
injured. Yeah, dwarf. Sorry.
All right. He looks pretty motionless, and like, yeah,
Okay.
it's just like
Said we
knees-
needed an Evo suit to work in this rain.
to not get the -2 to checks. Oh, I forgot the -2 to the check. Oh well.
That would have made it even worse.
Yeah.
Good lord.
How common are those suits?
You could just purchase them. This game is that's one thing about Stars Without Numbers. There's lots of gear porn. It's a lot about like buying and selling stuff. And tinkering
There's
with
no
it.
merchants around here.
You're probably not going to find it on this world. You're probably
No.
going to need to go somewhere more high class than this.
Okay.
What about like maybe a search? Maybe find one
I did
on this
forget
island
to
since
mention.
it's
I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the session. So we are running out of time, and we haven't gone in the facility yet. And that's okay, just as long as you all know that the job could end being incomplete, like we won't complete the job. So that is I forgot to mention that. But.
Okay.
And
So
I'll
who's-
go a little bit later if you guys want, but I can't go too much later. I gotta get up and commute tomorrow.
Whose turn is it right now?
There's no turn. It's just
no,
Oh,
we're
okay.
just
tell
talking.
me what you want to do.
Well, the dwarf doesn't seem like he's going to be getting up anytime soon. Y'all want to just try and get into the facility?
Yeah. Did it?
All right. Well, let's get to it.
All right.
I'm guessing now we need to call Big Boy back.
Not quite yet, because you look at the entrance to the facility. Well, you see this. You do see a building here. Doesn't look like some kind of pre-tech or pre-Rift Wars, high
Black.
ancient tech facility or something. Looks like a warehouse. Black. I'll fix it. Let me see here. Even in the top right corner, it's black.
The entire map is
Ah, I see it. I haven't assigned you. Let's see, Krognak. There you go. How about now?
yeah.
Is everybody else able to see?
Yeah.
Good.
So we came in through the left or the bottom?
You came in from over here.
Or the right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the right.
All right. So if this
All we're
doesn't look,
supposed to be able to see is the corridors, right? Everything else should be blacked.
Um,
Because
yeah.
the building to the north and the south are all blacked on mine.
To the north and the buildings to the north.
Up and down, whatever you want to call it. They're all blacked out.
You
Yeah,
should
it's
be able
like
to.
Assuming-
A corrupt tease, please.
You should be able to see a roof here,
see the roof.
and then
Yeah.
there's like an alleyway here, and then
Yeah, I can
there's
see
this
the two
building right in front of
alleyways.
you. Yeah, that's basically what you see. You see an
Okay, I just
alleyway
wanted to
that's
make sure.
continuing down, and then you see the entrance to this building or the coordinates that you have straight ahead.
All right. So if this doesn't look like pre-war, this might be built newer. Is it? All right.
Anybody
So
else have a feeling we're getting conned here?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
set up.
Yeah. So, ooh. I don't know, man. Do you guys want to push forward with it?
We won't know for sure until we crack the door open on it, I guess.
Are we able to, like, maybe I can try, since I know a little bit about engineering technology, try and open the door myself. We turn off our communications with the guy. Or unless it's already too late, he knows we're in here, right?
He does know
Yeah.
where you're at right now. You could turn it out off if you want to. The door.
Maybe
There's
try
no
to open
door.
it first.
There's no door. This is open. It's just it's an outbuilding to a warehouse, is what it looks like. And it's just like an open bay, and then it's dark inside.
Oh, okay.
I guess we go with it.
Yep. Let's go. Let's go inside. Or underneath. See what we find.
And it is dark. Do you guys have like a flashlight? I'll say you do.
I'm equipping my NVGs.
I might have something.
So
yeah. NVGs.
you with the NVGs that clicks on, you should be able to see actually.
All of us?
Just the person, just SEMO. But if you all want to equip a flashlight, I can give that to you if that's something you want to do.
I'd like to see.
I got like a
what I'm
3
looking at.
block radius to see. Is that what they would be with the NVGs?
Yeah, it's not very far. Yeah,
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
it'd be directional.
Oh,
and
someone died.
be something like this.
Harold,
And
don't die on us.
something
There we go.
like 50-50 or so. So it'd be something
Where-
like that.
Where'd my tile go?
You're right here.
Oh.
You're right.
okay.
You're right beside me. I don't know where Tyler went though.
Oh, I didn't give you a bright light
I got
distance.
some-
That's what it is.
NVGs.
Oh yeah, you're already in there.
15, something like that. You'll need to rotate your token probably to use your flashlight. And then, let's see, 15, directional,
Rotate.
45, 50, something like that. All right. Yeah, let
My
me
biggest worry is just not having that ship repaired, man. If we have to get
See-
out of here quick.
see how you can like kind of rotate your token and you can see with a flashlight. Let me make it a little bit bigger than that. That's kind of dumb.
Oh, that flashlight's a rip.
Hey,
How
you
do
know
how do I
flashlights
do
are.
it?
Yeah, I do know how they are. So glad I got NVGs.
Okay, there you go. When you click on your token, you'll have a little dog leg off of it, and you can click and rotate your token around with it.
Ugly. I have a little analog.
Yeah, like they're like you know how you have the little
Okay. I got you.
it'll probably be easier. I'll put you in the dark so you can see, right? So when you click on your token, Krognak, you'll have like a little thing coming off from it, and if you hover over it, it'll give you like a crosshair, and you can rotate your token with it to rotate your flashlight.
Oh yeah, okay.
All right, as you all enter. Oh wait, don't go that far ahead. That's an exploration turn right there. You enter into this. The first thing that happens is, let's see.
Hang out with the guys.
The sounds of rain patter off the tops of the buildings, and it's dark inside. You can hear dripping coming down from the ceiling where it's perforated up in the warehouse, and it's hitting the roof. And everybody can make a. You can attempt to make a notice check.
Okay. Notice is. That's a 2d6.
2d6 plus wisdom plus notice. And if you don't have anything in notice, it's a -1.
Okay.
It can't hurt if I could try. I'm gonna still roll it.
I got a 10.
I got. It's 2d6
5.
plus
No, that's 7. I got a 6.
notice.
6. All right.
And I got a 9.
A 9. Simo and Harold, you hear something in the room ahead when you shine your light into the darkness. You see boxes there, and you hear. And it's pretty nearby, probably just several feet away.
All right. You guys want me to scout ahead and sneak in and see what I can find with the NVGs?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
be safe.
You want to try to sneak in?
I've got a 0 for sneak, but
Awesome. So you
Negative.
and it's not negative, so
be a 2d6 plus dexterity with no penalty.
dexterity's a 1, I believe. Yeah. 5 and a 3 and a 1 is 9.
Oh man. You're not sure, but you're pretty sure. Like, I mean, obviously you don't know if something can see you or not, but you are like the shadows themselves, and you can go ahead and move ahead if you want to look around.
Like all around the place, or like a certain distance.
You can move 120 feet. I don't know if I got this right, but so yeah, you can go pretty far. I'll say you can go like all the way this far if that shows up.
Okay, so we'll come to
An
about
exploration turn is what it's called. Yeah, you go into the darkness and you see a warehouse. There are boxes around here, and you're completely silent, and you hear more. And then you see something skitter nearby. It's obvious that it doesn't notice you, but it just like you see it come from a box and then skitter off into the dark.
here. All right. And 120 meters. That's shouting pretty loud. I don't want to. I don't know what to do here, fellas.
I mean,
Good
you can come back and just
What
heard
did-
saw a little rat or something.
And you saw it in the dark. It's and you know what this is. It's actually
Okay, yeah.
quite a
Yeah.
good find. These are probably a result of all of the toxic rain and the combination of things that have happened on this planet. These are actually pretty valuable,
Okay.
but they're also poisonous if they bite you. And you think you hear a bunch of them in this building.
Okay. So I'm gonna make the move back to them and report on what I heard and seen along my travels.
All right.
All right, fellas, all the way down to the end of the hallway. It's clear. There's no people. Boxes on both sides. But while I was standing at the end, there's an entrance that curves to the left. I seen one of the roaches that if you eat it gives you mind trips and lets you navigate space. Ran by. And it sounds like there might be a bunch of them in here.
Okay. So I'm assuming that since the guy that is paying us to come in here, and he needs to walk us through giving access into a certain area.
He's saying, call me when you need to use the device to actually access the facility. 'Cause you got this like
Right.
object with these little prongs and things coming out of it.
Right.
Kind of like the Mummy book or something that has like the little finger.
Exactly. That's what I thought. The mummy. Yeah.
Okay. So he's probably not even entirely, well, one, he's more than likely not even aware that these things are down here. So we could try and collect a few of them to sell back at town in order to help us fix our ship. Or we can come back for him, push forward, and get this guy whatever it is he's wanting desperately. What do you guys think?
Are they aggressive?
They are poisonous and they will bite.
Only if we're near it, eh?
It's not a kitty.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we just like casually walk through, like, are they gonna attack us or?
I mean, it didn't attack me; it ran by. But I'm assuming if provoked and you try to catch it and you like get it in your hand, it's going to defensive bite you.
Yeah, but you're also wearing NVGs, and they might react to our flashlights.
That is true.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
So they probably didn't even see you.
No one's got a flare. Just throw a flare in there. Scare them all away so we can just walk through.
I mean,
I
you can
do
toss your
have-
flashlight and go pick it back up.
I don't want to. I'll do that and I'll grab Harold's shoulder. So I don't get lost.
I do have a scanner that I could probably go in there and try and use and try and get a better idea of what we're looking at in here.
Is that one
Just
of those
Stowed
survey
equipment.
scanners?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, a scanner. Oh, this doesn't say here. Scanner.
I got a bunch of random things too. I don't know what they do.
I was say I don't know what the survey scan. That to me, that's like, you know.
Well, I'm
Is it-
I'm
stuff like
Is it a
that.
bioscanner?
a lance. No, no, it just says survey scanner.
Oh, survey
So
scanner.
I'm a land surveyor, so when I think survey scanner,
Yeah.
it's a 3D scanner that gives me an idea of what's around me.
So here's the crunch of it.
Okay.
It can record up to 200 hours of video information. It can do 10 times the amount of audio. You have to use a no check for any basic analysis, but it can conduct a chemical analysis of a 1 cubic centimeter sample size. And it can tell you about atmospheric and gravitic information, gravity and atmosphere, planetary information.
Okay.
It's like a tricorder.
Got you. Okay, so just don't know how that would help us right now.
I mean,
Other
worst
than-
comes
I'd say
to
we
worst,
should-
we can
yeah.
just go in, and if we see one go by us, we can try to capture it instead of trying to track them all down as we're making our way in. And I can keep scouting ahead as we go to see if there's any potential threats ahead.
I think
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I say we just not try to capture them. I mean, we got one in the ship already. I mean, we got some money. I think I can repair the ship without having to pay for anything. I got extra spare parts and stuff like that. I don't think that's too much of a worry to fix the ship. Probably do that on my own. Just maybe not in green rain. But
Yeah.
I say we just walk through cautiously. He recons ahead of us, maybe not too far, so he can still give us communication.
Okay.
Just ride
Well,
it, pistols out, man.
All right then. Me and old Krognak, we're gonna caution forward slowly while letting Simo scout further ahead.
All right. Fellas, take it all the way straight down to the end of the hall. Should be clear.
We just move our
Simo,
characters now.
you
Do we need to roll or anything?
no, you can move your characters. Yeah, you can move it a full exploration turn. So, yeah, you can move it that far. I want to put Simo ahead. I assume that's kind of like right that. Okay, Simo, make another notice check.
2d6.
Yeah, 2d6 plus notice plus wisdom.
1 is 6. Notice is a 0. Wisdom is a 0. So I got a 6.
You don't notice it, and so this happens. Krognak, make a evasion check.
What? Shit. That's
You have
die
to-
6, right?
Yeah, no, it's a d20. I think you have to roll under your evasion check. Let me look at your saving throws. It doesn't say.
Under? That's easy.
Right, I think so.
With my rolls lately.
Well, let me look. I don't want to Saving throws. Why is it under vehicles first? It's page 24. I hate to do this, but I don't want to screw this up. It's been a while, and this is a little different than 3, where they have those checks or Dungeon Crawl Classics. So let's see, 24. Gosh darn it. You need to equal or beat the save. That's what I figured because you're level 1. So yeah, you have to roll a 15.
That's a lot rougher.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, under? I got this.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, it's in that one. I
Yeah.
bet there's like a fumble.
It was
on
a
this game,
19.
too.
Yeah.
Or was it a 19? What did it land on?
It
1.
stopped and rolled to a 1. Yeah.
Oh, dear. You were bitten, and all of a sudden you hear tss, and like a bunch of these things start to come out around you all. All of a sudden in the dark you hear hissing, and you can make a fortitude save now. So you got to roll a whatever your fortitude number is.
Fortitude. Where is that?
That's your physical, right? Or is that mental?
Did I say fortitude? I'm sorry. It would be physical. Physical.
It's even higher. I'm gonna go buy my own dice. This is crazy.
Oh no, what
I
happened?
got no luck. It's D20, right?
Yeah.
12.
Oh crap. Oh man, you were bitten by this thing, and you suddenly see visions and hallucinations, and you think you see a future. You think you see like people looking down at you all from the sky with headsets on, and they do look like what people say humans are like. They like and like looking in from windows upon your world, like capricious gods or something. And also, we're gonna roll. Let's see. For your roach addiction, you get an indefinite madness flaw. You're addicted now. Roll a D100.
Yeah, great. A D100?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is rough.
Poor Krognak, man, with the dice tonight.
83?
83. Okay. It says.
You're fired.
I really like this. This is really awful, and I'm going to send it to you as a secret.
Okay.
I'm going to send you a whisper on Roll20. Whisper
Okay.
Krognak.
Hey, boss, can we start farming out applications for replacements?
It's okay, just make sure I got my roaches. I'll do what I gotta do.
Well, considering we only have the one,
I swear I've gotten bullied like this whole session.
I know it. The dice. I think y'all are like, this is like what life is like in Outlaw Void. Like you're like just trying to get by. Your ship's just getting shot out from underneath you. Your friends, like your friend's addicted to roaches now. You're like in a warehouse.
I mean, it is well
This
deserved. I was the one that suggested we just push forward. It would be
I don't
alright.
think, I don't think Krognak deserved any of what he got. This isn't fair at all. Okay,
I'm
so
alright.
I sent
survival.
I sent you a whisper in Roll20 for what this is, how this, like what would be happening to you now. So until this addiction is cured, this is what is happening to Krognak. Anyways, everybody can roll for initiative.
Do I? Oh.
ooh, initiative. All right, so that's 2d6 for initiative. Yes.
I thought it was D20 plus Dex. I thought it was just D&D. No. We'll just do D&D. So just roll a D20 and add Dex.
D20.
I got a 20.
I'm sitting at 15.
20, 15.
I'm tripping still.
I can't see the dice anymore.
What are dice?
Who are these people? Am I able to respond to the message? Then you will only see it, or
You would have to type /W space the broker, and then it should like allow you to
Forward.
select it.
yeah.
Anyways, I got Simo, Harold. What did Krognak get for initiative? Nah.
They
Like
do that wrong.
I'll do it in quotes to kind of show you. W / the broker, like this. Right? When you type W in space and then start typing in the, or actually maybe just broker, or you can do Mythic Mountains. Just do Mythic. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. / W Mythic. Anyways, what did Krognak get for initiative?
Initiative? That's D20, right? I didn't roll.
D20 plus Dex. 13. Nice.
13. I don't think I have any Dex. Yeah, 13.
Krognak. All right, Simo, you're able to act first.
Act first. All right, so I can see a couple of them around us.
Yeah.
Fellas, should I take the chance to catch one of these so that we can feed our addicted anchor over here?
I think that'd be smart because I don't know the adverse effects of being
I'd say we catch
severely
'em.
poisoned by these things.
Of course you do,
So, yeah.
Addict. Nobody asked
Come on, we gotta catch a couple.
Do you have some sort of device to either restrain or contain a bag, a container, a backpack?
I have a backpack.
So
Yeah, I've got a backpack.
I assume you have to empty the articles from the backpack, or do you have like an extra sack, or are you gonna try to get one of these boxes and like try to like ram the box on it and then close it or something? I mean, like what are you gonna do to try to capture it? What's the plan?
Probably use one of the boxes and slam it in there.
All right. I think that would work if it succeeds. That would simply be an exert skill, but it would require a skill check. You need to beat an 8.
And
I'm
8
poisoned, right?
with
Oh
what
yeah,
do
you
I roll
tripping.
with that? A 20.
You just have that effect. It didn't hurt you other than like now you're like, see, you're doing that. You're having that person. Yeah.
All right, so I just need to roll the d20 and try to beat an 8.
The D26, I think.
2d6 plus either strength or dex plus exert. And if you don't have exert, it's a -1.
Ooh. So -1.
Ooh. Yeah. Roll well.
Roach Rodeo.
A 3 and a 5 is 8.
An
And
8?
then
Wait.
I've
Plus your
got
dex.
+1 dex and then -1 for the exert. So that was like the skim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna put a little cage down on this one. You got like a box on it, and you can probably like capture it later. Yeah, just like this. All right. That's your turn. The next person able to act is Krognak.
I mean, I'm just
get
gonna.
him some distance while he's tripping his ass off.
I'm just gonna go. I mean, I'm already tripping. I'm a little curious, so I'm just gonna go forward. But I do have my pistol out, just because I'm tripping. I'm scared now. I don't want to get bit, so I pull that out. I have it in my hand.
Okay.
That's
I'm
confident.
gonna just go for. How far forward can I go though?
You can go. I think it's 40 feet, so you can go like that far. You can go pretty far. You can go like
Okay, that
far.
this is okay.
Basically, the next set of crates.
Yeah. Am I able to roll a notice? While I'm tripping?
What's your intentions? Like, what do you want to do? You know.
Now I'm just hanging out. I'm tripping. I'm having a good time. Kind of.
Your mind
about
clears.
how we're gonna
Your mind
capture-
clears. I'll send you this in Discord. It's Renegade, right?
Correct.
There you go. That's the only effect for now.
I'm gonna ask them what they think we should do.
Okay, I'll send it back.
Send what back?
When you asked them that
Okay.
question. You all see Krognak talking to someone, but there's no one there.
Okay.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna start. Well, I'm gonna go for this one right here. I don't know if I can ping it. I'm gonna attack one of the roaches.
All right. You'd roll
And D6, right? One
it's,
die
uh,
6.
It's D20.
Two dice six.
D20
Oh,
plus
initiative.
plus Dex plus Shoot.
To trap it?
12. Shoot is 0. And what was it? The attribute?
Dex.
Yeah.
Next 0. So it's just 12.
All right. You hit this one. Roll for damage.
Oh wait, what was the damage? Laser pistol, 1 die 6. Two plus 1.
All right.
3.
You hear like a insectoid screeching noise, and it scutters off and into the boxes, and that makes it Harold's turn.
Okay. While having a gun-wielding drug addict.
I think you all are getting Outlaw Void. Like, you guys get it. Like, this is it right here.
It's just corrupt,
Yeah.
dude. I'm just trying to survive, man.
I was gonna say, just be thankful he shot at it and not us.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my laser rifle.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and venture in front of, if I can, in front of Krognak, so that there's nothing in front of us that surprises a hallucinating man with a pistol. Try and keep the crew somewhat safe in this very intriguing
It's like
time.
lot of pressure on Harold. Like, things are just not going well for Harold.
Things are.
Oh yeah.
It's only the engineer though. The pilot's great.
I'm doing what I can, man.
He's doing it's not even his fault. It
I
really.
know.
They don't say
Okay.
expert in my title for nothing.
Oh,
It says expert
guys,
in mind.
guys, are you guys all experts, or are you a
Yeah.
warrior, Harold?
I'm a expert / warrior.
You guys, once per scene, you can re-roll a skill check. You're an expert. Just a reminder.
So we could re-roll his addiction crap?
No, not that one. That was a
No,
save.
I'm already,
That was a save. A
I
skill
like
check.
where I'm at
You
right
can do a
now.
skill check.
I'll ride this out.
Oh, I got you. So
Okay.
the notice I could have re-rolled and saved us from possibly being bitten.
Oh yeah, because of the notice.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Well,
It's all good. We're
you
good
still
for now.
got it this scene. Everybody can re-roll something if they want to. Anyways, go ahead.
So, how far am I able to move?
40 feet is your walking distance,
40
I believe.
feet.
So
Why is
basically
this
to where
true?
he is, if I remember right.
Really wish this would quit moving on me. Stop it. Why? What is going on?
Can you see my arrow on the thing?
I can, but every time I try and zoom in on the map,
I'll also say, do you want to ignite? If you ignite a flare, you'll be able to see around you since combat's already started. Do you want to do
That's
that?
why I asked for a flare. Yeah.
You want to do a flare?
okay.
I don't have any, so that's why I didn't do it. Hoorah!
I got binoculars.
I don't think that's gonna help.
No, not right now.
Zoom into the darkness.
Okay, so where is my... There you are. Okay, so I'm up here with him, and I want to roll notice.
What are you? Well, rather than that, what is your intention? Like, what do you want to do? What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to make sure that there's no other bugs that are about to jump out.
You don't have to roll. You're pretty sure there are several bugs surrounding you. There's like
Okay.
several, like 4 or 5 probably in the dark.
All right. If that's
The flare
the
doesn't
case,
intimidate them.
Let me see. No.
Good to know. Okay.
Tried.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and attack one with my laser rifle.
All right.
Let's see. That is a 1d10
It's
plus 0.
which one you shooting at?
Can't zoom in because the map keeps moving. Gonna go ahead and go after the one that's right there by the position that we were at.
This one right here?
Whoa.
Correct.
Okay.
Now that I got some distance.
All right.
Okay, so that's a 1d10. And I got a 10.
All right.
Wait,
it's a
wait. No.
D20 plus Dex plus shoot.
D20 plus Dex. So that's 17 plus 0.
You got it. And then you rolled a 10, right?
Yeah.
You hear a popping sound as your is like let's see here, like it goes like, you know, like in the darkness, and all of a sudden and like it just explodes and juice flies all over the boxes.
Okay. Very good. Oh.
And that's your turn. That
Yep.
would make it their turn. All right. This one's going to try to make it to you all. Let's see, it can go this far. This one's going to try to run up and attack Harold. And this one's going to try to make it to you. And the others are dead. So one makes it to Harold. It's going to try to hit Harold. It misses. Harold, you're like, it starts like trying to bite at your leg, and you just start kicking it away as you're holding your laser rifle. That makes it Simo's turn.
All right. How far can we move without having to do an exploration check? 40 feet.
In combat, you can move and act in any order. And in combat, you can move 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay.
Outside of combat, and I'm using BX rules for this. I'm saying you can move 120 feet before something happens.
Okay. So I'm gonna move my guy up here so that I can kind of see what's coming from behind us in the darkness.
I don't think there's opportunity attacks in this, but I'm just going to say there's not. I don't know if
Okay.
there is.
And then I'm gonna take my laser rifle and shoot the top one that just came into view,
All right.
right there. So I got an 18
18
plus
hits.
Okay, and then I need a 10 for my laser rifle, 7, and then I use the number for the total in that little hexagon plus 3 makes it a 10, right?
Yep. Once again, like, this thing just gets incinerated by your blaster rifle. Like, you run over the side, get down in a position, fire it immediately as it's coming into view, and it's just splattered. It's just juice now, and it's covering the walls and the box, and that makes it Krognak's turn.
Krognak, yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize you were trying to say my name.
Sorry.
Well, I already know what my mission is. So I'm going to attack this little one near Harold, but I'm hesitant on my shooting. How far is he? Can I just like run up and try and soccer kick it?
You could try to soccer kick it. If you're better at strength, I would call it an unarmed attack, which would be a D4 damage. It'd be strength plus like exert to hit. D20
It's
plus
all
strength.
the same. My shooting strength, it's all 0.
Oh, okay. Your weapon probably does more damage than kicking it. But if you
Yeah.
want to kick it, it would be a D20 plus exert plus strength. It would do D4. It's almost dead anyway. So yeah, you could soccer kick it if you hit it.
I just don't want to miss and shoot Harold. That's my biggest concern right now. But alright, I'm going to go soccer kick it.
Yeah. All right.
So it's a D20, I guess. See if I get it going. Oh my god.
Oh no, man! The dice.
Kick me in the nuts.
You're like exactly. You're like a rear back. And then you end up
I guess I'm rolling from
You
damage
kick
to
Harold.
my self-inflicted, like, D4.
No,
Right?
no, you're good. No, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely like end up kicking Harold instead. You know,
Right in the
that
shin.
Harold's dead.
It's the drugs, Harold. I'm sorry.
You guys get it.
Roaches, man.
You guys get Outlaw Void. You figured it. You win Outlaw Void. This is exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Now you see why I didn't shoot it. I just know what's going
Oh,
on.
at least I got my big toe.
I don't know how you could have such bad luck, to be honest with you.
It's really bad
Oh,
tonight. The
crazy.
dice is. But it's awesome. Like I'm like highly entertained. Like so.
Yeah, I'm still alive. So I'm
Yes.
still having a good time. That's all I care about.
We've got a
You
drug
throw everything
addicted
you got at
barbaric
me,
orc
but- yeah, the roach
that
addicted
can't seem to
barbaric orc.
fix anything on the ship. It kicks me.
That's not his fault.
Kick my little captain.
Poor Krogneck.
Yeah.
Harold, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna venture into the other half. Is that about the right distance? I think so.
I don't see anything. Oh, I see.
Anywho, and then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna blast that little a-hole that got me kicked.
Sure.
So I'm gonna roll for that one.
Okay.
I thought you were talking about me.
That,
Like, don't do it. I didn't mean to kick you, man.
Shoot his big toe off.
Right? Alright. So we got a. Oh, wait. I gotta roll a d10 first. Got a 2.
no, you roll a d20. So you're doing
Oh,
good.
d20. Okay.
Yeah, d20 plus dex plus shoot.
Okay, so we got 12 plus 0. Where's my shoot at?
Check Discord.
Minus 1. So that's
I'll do it.
that's 11.
11 total?
Yeah.
I thought you said 12.
'Cause
Yeah.
I did, but I don't have anything in shoot, so it's a -1, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, you miss, unfortunately.
See a laser bounce off the ground and go by me. No.
All right. Let's see. That makes it their turn. It's mad at you. It's going to run forward and try to bite you. This one goes through these things, and it's going to try to hit Simo. I'll roll for both of them. This one does hit. Let's see here. Harold, make a fortitude save. You need to roll at least a 15.
16.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Whew.
You guys take, you only take damage instead. You take 2 points of damage. It sucks, but at least that one thing didn't happen. Okay. And that makes it Simo's turn again.
Alright. I am going to reposition away from this little bastard. And use the opportunity to take a sneak peek. I need to measure here, make sure I'm far enough away. It's 30 feet, that'll work. And then I guess I'll do what I do best and get their rear ends out of the fire, and I'll shoot the one that's closest to our fearless leader.
All right.
And I rolled a 10 plus what now?
You rolled a d20.
Yep.
You got a 10 plus shoot plus dex.
Shoot 11 and dex is 112.
All right. And 12. Okay, that hits. So then you roll your weapons damage. I was also thinking you have a
God.
focus for this. but it doesn't apply. It only applies to skill checks.
Okay. So 1d10. I got a 6 plus 3 is a 9.
You splatter this thing everywhere, and right in front of him, Harold. It gets on your all over your boots.
I got you, boss.
At least I have boots. Thank
Krognak,
God you didn't miss that shot.
I'm a sniper. I don't miss shots.
So
Wasn't gonna pick up the drugs, but here we are.
I'm gonna tell Ralph. You get what I'm saying? To go and capture the one in the box for me for later, while I try and attack this one over here. So I'll have something for later.
Ralph seems like he's like afraid.
Unbelievable.
He's like a coward behind you. Yeah, I know.
Useless. Okay.
Right.
So while he's doing that, I'm gonna try and deal with this one that's trying to attack me,
All right.
and then go give him some words later.
Right.
Yeah. Use my gun. Going in.
Golly.
Yeah, I'm over
Holy
it, dude.
smokes. I think the next thing that happens, and this is what I'm gonna like. It'll be like this. Like all of a sudden you just see him like start firing around the room, and they're just like, yeah, that's what Krognak's doing now. As he's talking to someone called Ralph. It's
Getting
let's
dangerous,
see.
bro.
It's Harold's turn.
Just kill them all.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Can I?
Kill them all.
Can I try and talk some sense into Krognak?
You can try.
Hands sweating.
It'd be like a really, really difficult talk check.
Okay.
You need to get an 11. If you do, it's going to give him a reprieve of this for a while.
You get
Okay, and
because he's
I
an
rolled.
expert, he gets to roll that again, right? If
This
he
is
doesn't
true.
pass it.
That's right. But then he
Okay,
doesn't get it
so-
again for the rest of the scene, the reroll.
Right. Okay, so I roll a nat 20 for that one, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the
Not
lasers
that
in the background.
I got a 12
A 12
plus 1.
plus 1 is 13. Yeah. What do you say?
Krognak, there is no Ralph. You're shooting at nothing. Nothing is there. We have one that is still coming after us. Put
Krognak,
your beamer down.
it's really clear to you that this thing is all over the room, and you better shoot them all, or else you aren't going to make it. That doesn't mean that you can't act normally on your turn, out of character. Just to say, you know.
So I can relax.
Yeah, I mean you can still shoot and act, but anyways, it's their turn. This one's going to run forward and try to attack you now. Dude, your luck tonight. What's your AC?
14.
Oh, man. Okay. Oh, good. Okay. It bites you, but it does 1 point of damage. So you're still trying to shoot it. It's Simo's turn again.
Might as well do the rest of the damage. Kill this one. I'm gonna shoot at it, and I rolled a 9. So plus 2 is 11.
11 misses.
Oh no!
No, no. Now it's Krognak's turn. Let's see if you can try to put it down finally.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it everything I got.
Yeah.
It's right there in front of me. I can't miss.
You see Ralph shooting at it too. Like they're... Yeah.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. No. How's that? What? It's a 5.
You need to switch your dice rolling website because this is jinxing you.
Oh man.
Did Ralph at least hit it?
Let's see if Ralph hit it. Okay, so Ralph hit it, but now it looks like there's like 4 more of them.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Simo. No, wait. That's Krognak Harold. Harold, it's your
Can I
turn.
move though after I shoot it? I can get some space.
Yeah, totally. You moved 40 feet.
Get out of my way.
I'm going back over here. I feel safe. I know there's a dead one over here. I'm safe here.
Okay. I'm gonna use my rifle. I'm gonna finish that little drug off. Okay, so nat 20 for hitting. Alright, so I got 5.
Oh, that misses.
Yeah.
And now it's its turn. It's going to run to you and try to hit you because you tried to kill it. Oof, and it missed. You're able to kick it back away from you before it can hit you.
You can.
That makes it Simo's turn again.
He's Hadouken. Oh my god, this is cracking me up. Should I just shoot it, or should I try to catch it for drug head in the corner that's twisting in circles, shooting the ceiling, Call of Duty style?
I think you need to, like, maybe catching it. Well, we already got one caught. So really, it doesn't matter at this point. Regardless, one of those is going down his throat.
I wonder how long it'll, curb the issues for, though. Should I go for the capture, or...
I don't remember. Is this one injured?
Are you asking us?
Yeah. Because he's close enough I can shout to him.
Don't ask the drug addict. You know what he's going to
I
say.
just say kill him. Kill them all. Kill all of them.
He's not injured. This one's not now.
All right, let's see if we can catch that one.
Alright.
Kill them.
I sprint forward and grab another box off of the pile right here beside me and try to slam it down on this one.
All right. It's either strength or dex, your choice, plus exert, plus 2d6. And you can re-roll it if you fail,
2d6. Okay, I got a 6.
That fails. 6 total? With all
yeah.
those? Okay, yeah, that fails.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll it.
All right.
I really don't want to get bit and turn into drug dealer over here.
It's not even his fault. You are so mean.
I told you to
Didn't
kill
deserve
it.
it.
You should have killed it.
All I picture is
Say
him
kill it.
literally like squatting up and down, teabagging, shooting the ceiling over there in the corner.
I'm working with the
Fucking
tools I got, okay?
9, please God, let me capture
That
this.
did work. All right, you're able to... And it screeches, and you put the cage down on top of it. And, yeah, here you are in the dark, surrounded by dead bugs, smoking blaster holes, 2 of them screeching in boxes, and your friend has been afflicted by one of them. Guys, we are 10 minutes out from midnight. We went over 20 minutes. I will do one more thing before we end, just so we come to a stopping point, and then we can explore what happens to the crew of the Big Bertha later, right? You see a blinking red light over in this corner.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's the door we have to open.
I think that's fair.
You want me to approach it and see what happens?
Yeah. I think one of us is definitely going to approach it. So whoever goes first.
All right, I'll reposition myself and approach the blinking red light and inspect it.
You see that it seems like to be blinking actually against the wall, and you see that the light is reflecting from off the ground. It's underneath these boxes.
These ones right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I move boxes to see what's underneath them on the floor and why it's reflecting.
All right. Yeah. When you move the boxes away, you indeed find a hatch that looks like it has a series of blinking lights, and it's a much higher tech level than what you've seen on Argus Prime.
All right, I shout back to the captain, hey, there's a really high-tech door over here underneath some boxes on the floor. Looks like it's leading down to like a sub-level, basically.
Okay.
I've never seen any tech like it before, so...
Am I able to, like, inspect it. Maybe I have a meta tool. Not really sure what that does,
Yeah.
but I'm also like a programmer hacker. I mean, maybe I can mess around.
Right. Let me see here. I'm just curious about the meta tool, so I'm just looking that up. Meta tool.
I have a couple tools that I don't really know what they do. Data slab. Well, I feel like the meta tool is more fitting.
Yeah, basically, you could. It actually enables you to attempt a thing, but what are you trying to do with the door? I think is the question.
Well, because it's different type of technology, so I'm just generally curious as what my skills are. I just want to inspect it and maybe see if there's a way I could possibly open it.
You're pretty sure this is the door. After looking at it, it's a tech level, and I can't remember from starts with that number. I think it like tech level 4 or 5, like very high tech, which isn't the kind of thing that you would usually find in Hadrian. So you're pretty sure that this is the door that your broker was talking about, like that uses the key that you found on the last job.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the broker on the phone and notify him that we're fairly certain that we found the door you're looking for. Are you ready to talk us through how to maybe open this thing?
Yeah, you have the device.
We do. We do have the device.
Take the device. Approach the door.
Okay.
You do that?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I was the one that has it.
next to the
I
door.
just give it to you then. I'll just give it to you.
You went. Okay, so Harold's gonna do it. All right. He says. Place the device in the slot in the center of the door.
Do I need to worry about any sort of adverse effects coming out from this door?
Time is short. Hurry up, Captain.
All right, here we go. All right, so I put the key in the center of the door.
Turn the device.
All right, device, center door.
All right. When you do that and you turn it, it just clicks like a key, and then all of a sudden, and like mechanisms like move around it, and then the hatch opens. You hear a hiss of pressurization as the hatch opens, and the pressurization from the inside equalizes on this long kind of like tube going down, and you see something glowing down below. And he says, Captain, find what this facility was used for and bring it to me, and I'll make sure you're paid. Anything else you find is yours.
Well, boys, we have our orders. Let's figure out what exactly we're looking at.
And
See if we can figure out what this is used for.
the feed cuts out.
Okay.
All right. So I guess you want me to peek down the hole, see what's down there?
Yeah. We're
Do we have any
down
more
is it?
flares?
Yeah. Is it a ladder or stairs?
None of it. It's just like a straight chute and then something glowing down below it.
How far is it down?
It's hard to tell, but you're guessing probably 20 or 30 feet.
Ooh.
Hmm.
So, if we go in there, getting out's not going to be as easy. Is it big enough to where we can wall climb our way back out if need be?
You could try to do that.
Do we have rope? Anyone have rope?
No, mine got taken by the
Arachnahorse.
crazy arachnahorse.
No, I do not have a rope.
Okay. Well,
What's a compad? Is that just between our team, like communications? I'm assuming.
I think of it like a cell phone.
Okay.
You know.
well, I guess.
Can I use, because I can see up to 300 meters, can I use my night vision through my rifle scope to see what the glowing thing is at the bottom?
It looks like when you look down there, it looks like it's a panel raised slightly from the floor that's circular that has a blue glow coming from it with a consistent blue glow.
Okay. So it sounds to me like it could be a hatch that maybe opens.
Could be a hatch, could be a control panel, could be...
Okay. Well, one of us is just going to have to climb down there, I guess.
I'll climb down the tube.
All right. As you start to climb down the tube, you notice all of a sudden, like you start to try to chimney climb, and instead, you find that there's very little resistance, and you find it to be really easy, almost like it's effortless. And you make it down without any issue at all. And you see that there's this panel, and you feel really light on your feet as you're walking on the panel until you step off of it, and it feels normal.
So some kind of a gravity system that'll let you... doesn't cause you harm when you fall down it then. Would be my guess. So I shout it back up to them. Hey, there was no real resistance, and it was kind of... almost had this lightweight floating feeling until I stepped off of this panel with the blue light on it. So you guys should be safe to try to come down.
On my way.
All right.
I'll follow right behind Crockneck.
Do you still have a flare in your hand that you're keeping?
I do.
All right, I will give you a flare. Bright light of this much. Flare ignites. And,
I don't see anything. Oh, black.
Hold down.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's probably my fault. Again, yeah, it's my fault. I got you. Let's see, Krognak right here. All right, now can everybody see?
Yep.
And when you get down here, you see something in such good repair, materials that are made of things that you've never seen before. This looks like almost like a government facility, almost like a collective, but it's probably not. But it does in every way appear like it happened before the Rift Wars. The Rift Wars are these legendary conflicts that it's said 1,000 years ago is what made the Scathari Collective the dominant power in Hadrian Sector. And they claim to have taken over a bunch of technology, and that's what gave them their power. The technology from that time was much better than what you have now. And they claimed that a void drive Type 5 existed, and you could cross the galaxy in a month. The entire galaxy. Now, going across a subsector takes weeks. Even several light years or dozens of light years can be a journey.
All right.
Okay.
Should we explore some of the tech down here, fellas, and see what it is he's looking for?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Find me some tech roaches.
And that's where I'm going to end the session. It is midnight.